Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shrev, your usual host, and today we have a very special unboxing for you guys. This has taken a long time for me to obtain, so I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to sort of look at this product. Now, it does have something to do with the first game of the Sly Cooper series. So we've already seen Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, both its black label as well as its greatest hits versions, and we haven't quite seen this version, the Japanese version of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, also known as Kaito Sly Cooper. This will be showcased in an upcoming episode. However, we are looking at a different game that has a lot of oddities that I do want to go over, and that's this game featuring Sly's Japanese ancestor, Ryuichi Cooper, and the Thievius Raccoonus. Now, this is a bit of a weird game. You might be thinking, wait a sec, this sounds a little similar to Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. And you'd be right about that. Interestingly enough, I found this on some sort of Japanese forum. It seemed like a lot of Japanese people really wanted to play this game for some reason. But it was relatively unheard of in the States. In fact, according to the research that I was able to find, this particular game, Ryuichi Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, was bundled with some versions of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I'm not quite sure why this would have been, especially since it does have a greatest hits banner. I also haven't been able to track down like a non-greatest hits version, so honestly I'm really confused as to how this game even existed, but apparently was bundled with some versions of the North American Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, but it came relatively unannounced. But yeah, I do know like a lot of Japanese people were really trying to import this game for whatever reason. So I guess with that background out of the way, we can sort of look at the cover itself. It's got Ryuichi sort of jumping from his usual ninja spire pose. Obviously we have the title, Ryuichi Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, as well as the very famous Sly Cooper insignia. It does have an ESRB rating indicating that this was a North American release, E for everyone, but other than that, there's not too much going on with the front cover. Moving to the spine, we see a few more oddities that we have come to sort of expect with some random variations of the greatest hits games, and that's just the way this greatest hits banner is aligned and how everything here is formatted. For one thing, we have a white PlayStation square, which is very uncommon. Usually greatest hits copies have a black PlayStation square, such as this copy of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, so it has that black square. Additionally, the greatest hits banner is has a curve at the end, whereas this one is completely straight. And finally, that bottom section should also be in red, but this is not. Now, we see this sort of format with French-Canadian copies. If I can pull off, here we are. So you'll see here, this was a version of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus that we unboxed earlier. I'll have that video linked in the description, probably as a card as well. This one had the white greatest hits square and the squared off banner, but it also didn't have that red bottom. So this isn't too out of the ordinary, though it definitely is a little strange and certainly not the norm by any means. Additionally, we do have a number here, an identifier number. Interestingly enough, it does have the exact same identifier as Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, SCUS 97198. A little odd, but I suppose since it was bundled with that game, it is reasonable to see that it has a similar sort of number. Moving to the back, we see a lot of familiarities, but then when we look closer, there's actually quite a few differences here as well. For instance, we do see that same sort of tagline, there's a new thief in town, but it's all about Ryuichi in this case. We see a few screenshots showcasing Ryuichi sort of avoiding some spotlights, alarms, and lasers. That first top right screenshot, for instance, has him collecting a few coins. The screenshot right below it has him sort of sneaking along trying to avoid some spotlights. The screenshot on the left showcases sort of Ryuichi's town, the Japanese village, is what it seems like, and actually that looks pretty cool. That I have to say, the graphics in these screenshots do look quite impressive for a PlayStation 2 game. Rounding out the screenshots, we see one sort of Ryuichi being he's on a spire, and there's just a bunch of lasers there. And actually, I'm quite curious. That's pretty interesting. I'm wondering if he has to get over the lasers, or I don't know. I haven't completely finished playing this game, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing how that scenario plays out. Anyways, we have a similar sort of spiel here. Ryoichi Cooper, the notorious international thief, is out to reclaim what is rightfully his. Prepare to infiltrate the most secure places in the world. Now, I did play a bit of this game, and basically the backstory is Ryoichi has to search for a couple books, not just the Thievius Raccoonus, which is introduced sort of in the first, half hour in the game, but he also has to search for a sushi cookbook for some reason. Apparently that got lost along with the Thievius Raccoonus, so you don't find out about the sushi cookbook until about a third of the way through the story, so sorry about spoilers, but yeah, it's a little weird. It is pretty fun, and if you like playing Sly Cooper, then you'll really love playing as Ryoichi. He's got a lot of cool moves and a lot of extras as well, so I really like the game, but the story is it's a little weird. Interestingly enough, if we do look at the fine print, we see a sort of different oddity here with the fine print saying Ryoichi Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus is a trademark of Sony Computer Entertainment America Incorporated, developed by Sucker Punch Productions LLC, copyright 2019, which leads me to wonder if this bundle is relatively recent. I'd imagine that, considering how unknown this copy of the game is, I'd have to imagine that it was starting to be bundled maybe this year or last year. Either way, it is really cool, especially since we haven't seen, Sly Cooper games in a while. It is cool to see a game in the form of Sly Cooper's ancestor from seemingly start to finish. As I said before, I haven't finished the game, but I am pretty close, I would say. Moving to the inside, we see some interesting things here. We have a note here, actually. Let's see what that's all about. So it's interesting, actually. They give you a black and white copy of the game sleeve. That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know how valuable it is, but it's you don't really see that too often. It does have a manual and a disc, but does this? Oh. Hey guys, so as you've probably seen by now, that was a simple April Fool's video from your friends over at the Sly Cooper Wiki. We just wanted to have a little fun this April Fool's. We know, as people who work on the Wiki, we try our best to be, as accurate as we can, as resourceful as we can, and trying to make sure that all of our information is sourced properly, as we do, try to be a very good resource for all you Sly Cooper fans out there. But this video was just sort of a tongue-in-cheek video because it is April Fool's Day. Don't try to take it too seriously. We're sorry if you were really excited about a new Sly Cooper game. Unfortunately, this isn't it. But don't feel too bad about it. No hard feelings, at least for me. I do want to give a couple shout outs. So first of all, this front cover right here, this wasn't designed by me. In case it wasn't obvious, this is a fan-made cover, yes. The front wasn't designed by me. It was actually designed by Dr. McCooper, who runs Thievius.net, another Sly Cooper site. It's pretty cool. I would suggest visiting it. He does a lot of cool stuff. He also does a yearly Sly Cooper marathon of all 4 games plus Bentley's Hack Pack. Him and a couple of friends, they do a Sly Cooper marathon essentially for charity. So definitely follow them on Twitter. I think they are ThieviusNet on Twitter, and go visit their site. They're a pretty cool bunch of people, and huge thanks to them for that front cover. The rest was me, the spine, the back cover. I spent way too much time on this, but hopefully you guys enjoyed at least a little bit of it. We will try to have an actual unboxing of an actual Japanese game sometime soon, depending on how my schedule turns out, but I'll definitely let you know ahead of time, either on Twitter or through our Sly Cooper Discord, when that unboxing will be coming. So really, with all that said, have a great April Fool's Day. Don't get too fooled by everything you see on the internet. Probably the most dangerous day to be on the internet today. One more thing, I will have a link to this jacket if you are interested in downloading it and adapting it to your game cases. It should be the proper size for you to print out, preferably on some high quality paper, so it looks nice. It really brings out those screenshots. Yeah, so that'll be in the description down below if you want to download it and customize your game a little bit. Other than that, that's basically the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any other suggestions for what we should unbox, fake or not, we'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, all that stuff, you guys know what to do. Until then, this is Trev, your usual host of the Sly Cooper Wiki, your #1 resource for anything and everything Sly Cooper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.